Okay. Hello, John Jones here, your franchise development coach and advocate. Welcome to some Monday morning motivation. First of all, I want to thank all of you for your engagement and your collaboration here on FranLink. As we all know, our ability to connect, learn, and collaborate, it's essential in the field of franchise development. And, we are all in the franchise development game together. And I think you would all agree that franchise development is particularly hard, isn't it? It just is. I mean, first of all, there's a very small percentage of people that are actively looking to buy a franchise at any given point in time. But they're certainly out there. There's tremendous opportunity, but we just don't know where these people are or who they are. So we've got to be very skillful and diligent in our marketing efforts in order to continue to identify qualified, strong candidates, right? And then when we do find great candidates, we then have to help them sort through an ocean of choices and opportunities and, of course, distractions as well. And then on top of that, we then need to help individuals and families make huge life-changing decisions. The stakes could not be any higher. And of course, in that environment, it's only natural for people to, question the opportunity, get a little bit of cold feet, to hesitate, to find excuses, become fearful. We're all humans. But you know what? This is the game that we're in. We do acknowledge the challenge and embrace it. And that's why I have so much respect for all of you. Your belief in yourself and in the process to be in this game and to play to win the way all of you do. It's really awesome and very admirable. And I know it's a privilege here through BAI to serve all of you. Now, here's a question I wanted to pose to all of you, right? Because this is not easy, because this game is particularly difficult. Have you ever asked yourself this question? What's great about that? What's great about the fact that this is extremely difficult? Well, first of all, we know that fulfillment and growth requires challenge, doesn't it? Right? Through difficulties where we get the growth, where we get the fulfillment, where we get the feeling of true victory and accomplishment. So we know that, and most people acknowledge that. But beyond that, I also want to submit this to you as well that maybe you haven't thought of before, and that is this. Difficulty protects you. Difficulty protects your future in many ways. It protects your opportunity. It protects your treasure, so to speak. For example, if we leave a bag of cash out on a doorstep, I think you would agree that bag of cash is going to be gone because it's easy to ascertain. But the bag of cash is hidden behind extreme difficulty in a very, very secret place, then the chances are outstanding that your treasure, your bag of cash, will be there for you. I think of the Indiana Jones movies. I don't know if you guys love those movies, but I sure do. But, you know, Indiana was able to get his hands on the Holy Grail. And he was able to get his hands on the Ark of the Covenant because it was extremely difficult. You had to be an extraordinary individual to identify these things, to find these hidden treasures. And that's what allowed him to have access to them. If it was easy to obtain, then he wouldn't have been able to seize the opportunity and be the hero. I remember, during the big real estate boom, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and the real estate boom was extraordinary. And it seemed like everybody with a license to sell mortgages and everybody in the real estate game was doing extremely well. I mean, it seemed like everybody I knew was making a high six-figure income during that boom. But then, of course, so many people got into that game, the industry became inflated and it bust. And today, the vast majority of those high income earners are no longer even in the industry. But I'll tell you what, in this franchise game, I believe that our rewards are pretty secure. Your future is secure because not everybody can do this, you guys, right? There's no laydowns. There's no easy momentum that's going to load your bank account in this industry. You got to do the work. You got to be pretty special. You got to be unique to be able to win in this game. And that's what winners ultimately want. So I just wanted to give you this fantastic news today that this is extremely difficult and and not everybody can do it. That's great news. You are in a game that's quite difficult. Not everybody can do it. That's fantastic news. Have you ever thought about that? Give this some thought. The more people who can do what you do, the less valuable you become in the marketplace, right? It's difficult to find quality leads. Excellent. What could be better, right? That's what's protecting your treasure, you guys, the difficulty. It's a little different way of thinking about it, isn't it? Right? For you franchisors out there, getting your franchisees to plug in, to engage, to actually utilize the resources that you guys have spent so much time and energy and money to invest in, right? And to execute the system, it's extraordinarily difficult to get people to do that, isn't it? And isn't that wonderful? That's what makes you so unique and special to be able to break through and figure that out, to be able to build a franchise network of people who are engaged and plugged in, right? It's supposed to be. It's hard right now to get small business owners financing. Awesome. Therein lies the opportunity. Guys, when problems go away, so does opportunity. And thank God we've got problems galore, don't we? In business, in our industry, in our economy. And thank God it is so hard. Now, I'll tell you what, thank God it's really difficult for women to find a good husband these days because that's what allowed me to marry way out of my league was the fact that it's just hard to find a good husband. And please take this with you. You get to win big in this industry because it's hard to do. So, as the late Jim Rohn explained, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Albert Einstein further explained, in the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. You guys, every wall is also a door. The famous speech from John F. Kennedy back in the late 60s. He said, "We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard." Capitalism is hard, discipline is hard, marriage is hard, raising children is hard, business ownership is hard, and thankfully, franchise development is quite hard. But you know what? Winners embrace the difficulty. They don't say, why me? Who am I to overcome these challenges? Instead, they say, if not me, then who? Your treasure is waiting for you. All we have to do is turn the wall into the door that it is. Don't see the wall, see the door, and rise to the occasion, my friends. Give that some thought. Embrace the difficulty. Be proud and have that belief in yourself to go rise to the occasion. You guys have a fantastic week, everybody. Take care.